That's big.
That's
good. Big. We're on. Oh, it's big. Oh, it's big. It's on the head. Walleyes don't do that. No. Walleyes do not do that. Roll.
Yep.
How many cinnamon buns are you gonna steal, Brandon?
None.
All right, we're going fishing. Day 2, Viking Lodge. We're looking for giant backcountry rainbows. We're doing this new lake. We've been fishing a lot of new water on this trip. New ice, new water beneath the ice. We're going over the crew again today. We got Brandon behind the camera. We got Marcel doing some fishing and filming. Marcel's been filming really hard the last couple days, so I want to see him catch a big blob of rainbow. We got Matt and Paul, the owners of Viking. Yeah, I love being able to just leave my sled right in front of the cabin and sled from the cabin. And there's how many different lakes we can fish. It's amazing. So today we're gonna do some portaging and hopefully be like set up before sunrise, which never in the existence of Uncut Angling or my J. Siemens YouTube channel have we actually been too early at a lake. So maybe today's the day. Probably not. All right, well, we're 3 lakes deep looking for rainbows. Yeah, I don't think these fish see lures very often, maybe a couple times a year. And today they're gonna get a beat down. All right, we're doing the jaw jacker deal. These are one of my favorite devices for stock trout because it automatically sets the hook. And you might be like, oh, that takes the fun away from it. Well, for me, the fun is catching the fish. It helps you catch fish because trout are often light biters. Sometimes they're kind of two ways. Either they're a light biter or they seem to gut hook themselves. What I like about the jaw jacker is it's kind of that sets the hook for you with the bend of the rod. Right now we're gonna drop just a minnow, salted minnow on an octopus hook. I'll show you all the rigging yet, but it is that special time of day that we call prime time. Hopefully it goes pop. I crimped a split shot on the hook and then I put a little trout dough around it, because this trout dough floats, so you need a split shot to weigh it down. And surprisingly, sometimes this trout dough will outproduce minnows. So these are all drenches that we're using on the jaw jackers.
What are they?
Medium light.
Medium light?
So there's a rod called the dipstick, which is my favorite. I use it all the time. And this is basically just like, it was a beefed up version of the dipstick, and it's perfect. All right, first fish, first bells. It's going to Marcel, because he hasn't caught a fish this trip. He's been filming. Or pretending to film. We don't actually know if he's pressing record or not.
Sometimes. Everything's fine.
Just threw my back out. This is my 4th set line. I mean, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could have 10 lines out. We're gonna do 4 set lines and a couple of us will jig. So I mean, we could have more lines, but whatever. If things aren't happening here with this many lines, then we may pick up and move. But like with trout, they kind of follow edges and they can just be, you know, it could be quiet and then all of a sudden all the jaw jackers could start flying. So in the next little bit, we'll start to see things fire up. Is marking any?
Like the odd one.
But like real fish or?
Yeah, but like they don't seem super interested. Was that? Yeah, belt.
I think it's off. No, that's good. First bells of the day. So often when that happens, it's just like you drop back down and fish is just waiting there. Le Ferrier or Le Ferrier?
You know, it depends on the day, I guess. Depends on the person. Le Ferrier is the most common.
He just finished editing a new commercial for Hunt Fish Manitoba. I'm gonna share it with you right now because I think it's worth sharing.
Some of your footage is in there.
A couple of my shots in 3, 2, 1. All right, back to the action. The fish still hasn't bit. Cool commercial though, some cool shots. The variety in Manitoba is what I love. And we're just waiting for that fish to hit again. Rainbows. Oh, we're gonna get a workout today again.
That run could have been worse.
Well, that one and the other far end of bells, these close ones don't.
Oh, okay. Oh, that one.
Oh, it's off.
You're gonna have to.
That one was a minnow.
Oh, he's on. He's
And
on.
that one too. Okay. Did he bite it again? He's on. Take him. That's big.
You took
That's
good.
big. We're on.
Here we go.
The other jaw jack. Oh, it's on that one too. Ooh, baby.
It's dogging.
Jaws are jacking. Woo-hoo-hoo! I'm ready to get a wet sleeve for this boy. This one was on the minnow, but the trout just went off too.
Hit it a couple times.
We're getting this ready. I don't think there's small ones in this lake. When's the last time it was stocked? 3 years ago? There's no small ones. They said in this lake they were seeing almost 20-inch trout after like year 1 or 2. A small one in this lake is 20 inches, which is a Manitoba trophy. I do not think this is gonna be a small one. Oh, it's big. Oh, it's big. It's on the head. Walleyes don't do that.
No.
Walleyes do not do that. What's your biggest?
Don't even know, maybe 22 or something.
Such a battle.
Come on.
This is always, oh man, I can just see him doing tumbles and.
Heart is pumping. Oh, we're so close. We're so close.
That is a huge rainbow. Oh, her head was almost there. This is a tank.
That was so close.
Yep, you're right there. I don't want to.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, oh my, look at that rainbow.
Oh my goodness.
Look at that fish.
Oh my word. Oh, that's so beautiful.
That's what we call a shamu. 27 and a quarter. You got a shot showing the whole thing? All right, Marcel's releasing a shamu.
Look at that.
27 and a quarter, baby.
Personal best up here in northern Manitoba. Look at the colors on that thing. Went straight back. That's unbelievable. Look at the colors on that.
I didn't think they got that dark.
That was the fish. Yeah.
So that one's probably 6 years old, you figure, right? They were stocked 6 years ago?
Yeah.
5 years?
Okay, I guess we can go back now. I guess we're done. I got slimed. Those trout are hard to hold. What a fish. Yeah, Marcel and I had a trip to southern Manitoba to a lake called Bower Lake, where we had some heartbreak. You guys might remember the clip from a couple years ago.
Hold me.
This is redemption. Hold me, Marcel was the line.
Hold me, Marcel.
Oh! Oh! It was right in the hole. Oh, Marcel, hold me. Yeah, I've seen only one other that size that Sam caught up north, and what a fight.
I think my PB is like 21 or 22, so that kind of.
And it was dark. Normally, like a lot of the triploids you're stocking are kind of like colorless and stuff. Those are like a beautiful dark fish. 27 and a quarter, that might be the biggest rainbow entered in the Masters in Manitoba this year. Like that's big. All right, Marcel, get me a minnow.
Okay.
Bells.
Bells. Where? There. Oh.
Oh, I think it just shook off. Ah, I'm getting my steps in again.
Yeah, this is gonna be a painful day.
Oh, the other one went up, the far one. Jeez.
Oh.
I'll go check it.
I'll go reset it. Whoa,
Like.
Bells. Oh, that's a good one.
come on. Why you gotta be that way? Oh man. Why?
Do you give him a hug? Do you just let him be like kind of a wild card? If I don't help him, he'll get mad.
Oh.
If I go for a hug, he'll hurt me. I'm gonna go for it. Oh wow, look at that sunrise. Do you need anything?
I thought that one was gonna stay. Like, they're good sized fish.
Oh, there's a fish on that far one. Fish on that far one.
Oh, really?
Sal, go. You're closer.
Let me grab it. Oh no. Oh, I'm soaked. Oh,
That's a.
Oh, Brandon went down.
Oh,
no, it's yours now. You touched it. Are you okay?
Pandemonium.
You're close. It's big. There's no small ones in here. It's a 3-year-old fish. That's my guess at least.
Yeah.
It's a nice one. It's big.
There she is.
Look at these fish. So this would be a 3-year-old fish. And they grow fast in here. You can pop that hook. Mo.
Straight out.
I can stretch it, but he's touching 20.
Here we go. Fish number 2 of the day that we've landed. There's been a lot of flags, but a little bit chaotic getting to them in all this slush, but just like that, 2 down.
All right, well, I set up finally with the aqua view right beside the one jaw jacker. I'm a little bit crusty right now. The old crusty crab. It's okay. That must have been a fish. Yeah, I see him. Oh, he just bit the jigging spoon. I think he's still around. There's just stuff getting stirred up everywhere. As we're setting the camera, a fish eats the jaw jacker, then comes and crushes my dead stick spoon. All right, we are set up. I got the true grit here with the jigging spoon.
Fish on. Feeling good?
Maybe grab that.
Oh, what do we got? A 5-year-old or 3-year-old?
I think a 3-year-old.
Paul has not moved. He hasn't been getting in his steps. Hasn't fallen in the slush yet either. Yeah, probably another 20-incher. Yep. Woo-hoo-hoo. Footballs. 21. Trophy number 3. 27, 20, 21. And the sun has barely crested the hill. My guy, Paul. People like to hate on stock trout because they're not natural, but I think it's just a cool, I mean, this lake might not have fish otherwise. They stock this once every couple years. Matt's actually part of the stocking. Is this where on the lake you stocked them, Matt? Is that why we're fishing here?
It'd be close. Kind of from the middle this way.
Yeah. The wind blew them. They fly in with flow plane, and that's how they stock these lakes. They don't drop them out of the plane like you see in some of those videos on TikTok, but they land big garbage pail full, I think 5,000 or 3,000. I think they stocked 5,000 5 years ago and 3,000 3 years ago or something like that. But it's cool.
Oh man, I think it's muffin time. There's only one type of muffin. Only one. And if anyone tells me otherwise, Kevin and I eat so many of these. Like, look at that. It's ridiculous.
What are you eating, Marcel?
Don't worry about it.
Pop-Tarts?
Not yet. Never gets old. They can worry about the fishing. I'll worry about keeping my belly full.
His problem. Here, you're good now. Oh, he's on. Don't fall, Brando. Oh, okay. I got the wet sleeve ready. She's swimming. Tube jig. We're gonna call 20 inches.
That's the first try ever on a tube jig.
Really? That's a good sized tube.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool knowing there's 2 distinct classes of fish. Like, it's either a big one or it's a really big one. Oh, here's one. Here we go. Oh, I just missed him. He's gonna hit the dead stick. No, come back. He came in just screaming.
Got one.
Nice. Big one?
I'm not sure yet. He's pulling pretty good. Feels bigger than a 20, but he's maybe not. No, about the same. It's just scrappier.
Just a cookie cutter 20 incher.
They're beauty. Oh, the colors.
Unreal.
Unreal.
Just so pretty.
Yeah, there's slush there, bud. Yeah. That's not the hole.
I don't have to wait till springtime. I hope you're getting this, Brandon. Oh no, it's gone.
I think that's down the hole.
Nice. Good job. Another one for the team. He's getting a couple on plastics. I had one crush my dinner bell and I missed it. and they come and go fast. That could have been the same fish I just missed. Cool. Oh, I'm going for it. Don't touch my rod. Oh. Oh, that was a marathon. This has been an incredible morning.
Yeah, it's big.
Oh.
It's big.
Oh.
Oh. That was quite the run.
That fish was just that, like, the rod's just perfect for the jaw jacker.
Uh-huh.
It's absolutely loaded. Every hole has been getting action. Oh, that's pretty fat.
Yeah, that's a blob.
That's a bigger one. Okay, that's not a 3-year-old.
That's a blob.
Whew, by the skin. All right. Yeah, fat 20-incher. All right, get in here, Marcel. Master number, what is this, 5? Yeah, 5, I think, or 6. So, yeah. 6, number 6.
Just a blob 3-year-old.
Oh, 3 years old and they grow this big. How big do you stock them at?
6 inches.
6 inches.
They've been chowing.
We all are on the board with a Manitoba master angler. We're splashing lenses, we're catching trout. We're having good times at Viking Lodge. It's been kind of half and half between minnows, jigging baits, trout dough. Oh, those muffins. Yeah, we're gonna have some of those muffins soon. We're gonna go reset. So this rigging I got here, the drench, you can get different butt size. You can put it on there. I kind of like putting the longer butt on sometimes, but 8-pound braid, 10-pound fluoro leader. I knew there's some bigger fish. Sometimes I'd go like 7, but you know, when there's some bigger fish around, I went with 10-pound leader. Yeah, 10-pound fluoro and then a size 6 octopus.
Fish on the far one.
Oh my goodness.
Fish on the far one.
Brandon's your turn. Give me the camera. You're good. It's off.
Did that one go?
Oh, mask going.
Take him, Matt, take him. Get it. Woo! Oh, my legs are burning. Everything hurts. Oh. Oh no. Ooh, little guy. Smallest one yet. Our first one that isn't a trophy. Probably 18-incher. Can barely breathe. I just finished setting this one, and then the other one went. People say fishing is a lazy bad sport, but
oh, that was a good haul going all the way there, all the way back. Oh man, my legs were just rubber. What are we at? 6 fish? 7 fish? 7 fish, 6 masters?
Yeah.
7 fish, 6 masters. We've been here for only a few hours.
So trout kind of max at like 7-8 years. Trout kind of max. So to get a giant, you need that fish to survive a little bit longer. Just, yeah, a little bit of, you still need to catch it, but he needs to survive because they just start dying. And it's funny, sometimes when I've fished some of these trout lakes, people are like, oh, how, you're bringing publicity to these lakes. And it's like, well, exactly, they're stocked to be fished. The worst thing that can happen is a lake gets stocked and it never gets fished, or only gets fished by a couple people. You look at the stocking list, it has all the info there. You look at the Master Angler book, gives you a ton of info as well. The government, your tax dollars are paying for these fish, so you may as well fish for them and keep a couple. I'm not a huge fan of eating trout, but like I said, these fish are gonna die in a couple of years. They can't reproduce, they're sterile, and may as well fish for them. Have some fun, eat a couple.
Have a muffin, Jay.
Yeah, I will have a muffin.
Celebratory muffin.
I think Marcel's already talked about these muffins. To put a little trout dough on top. All right, I'm gonna go try to catch one on the camera.
Gotta keep my calories up with all this running.
Marcel, are you eating again?
Huh?
Are you eating again?
Oh yeah. You want a Pop-Tart?
No, thanks. Fish on.
You're on?
Yeah.
Matt's been putting on a clinic. That's a fatty. Probably another 20. Pop that tube out. Sorry, do you want to hold your fish?
Oh,
okay,
nope, that's all good. I'm good. I looked away for a second and I felt the tug on my...
Really?
Yeah.
right, guys, let's catch a closer. A show ender 30-incher.
Was that bells?
These your bells?
I heard a bell.
All right, we got bells. Brandon, it's Brandon.
Take one. Okay.
Oh, it didn't pop.
You didn't want it, Brando? All right, well, we offered the fish to Brandon.
Just too
He
dedicated.
declined. Are you snagged?
No.
There you go. All right. We heard some bells going, it didn't trigger, right?
No, it didn't pop at all. Offered it to Brandon. He's just too dedicated.
Too dedicated to the craft.
A student of the game.
Well, I think, without jinxing it, this is gonna be our ender. It's been an amazing time.
Let's start and finish on a 5-year-old.
Yeah. This might be another huge one. Hot hands Marcel.
Nope.
She's out. All right. Hook's out. Awesome day. It's nice to see Marcel come up from behind the camera.
Unreal.
Catch a couple rainbows. Matt and Paul, amazing hosts. Amazing times at Viking. And we're done. Good times.
Oh, that's so good.
What a road trip this has been. Yeah, Viking, always one of my favorite places to visit in the north. Fished a couple new lakes this trip and was not disappointed. All right, we're gonna pack up and go home.
You want to go?
Oh, this slush is gonna hurt me. I don't wanna fight in this slush, I already fell once. Huntfish MB, baby.